J-Dub is back at it here to give everyone another Walking Dead Season 2 episode review video. But before I get into that, it's extremely important, if you're not caught up with the point where I am in watching or rewatching The Walking Dead, to pay attention to that episode title to make sure. I'll put that title in the description. If that's the case and you're not caught up, I suggest that you don't watch this video any further to stay away from potential spoilers. This will be The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode number 9. The title of this episode is called Triggerfinger. This will be my review, reaction, recap of the episode. And keep in mind, I've already seen this episode a couple times, at least, probably 4 times. Just rewatching it to review it for all you people out there. As the fact that they have announced that The Walking Dead Season 11 will be the conclusion of the series, I wanted to get all the reviews of each episode on this channel. So, with that in mind, Lori, our favorite character ever, of course, got into a car accident while trying to find Rick, fends off 2 walkers, and makes her way toward town. Back on the Green farm, or the Herschel's farm, the rest of the group discovers that Lori is gone, and she's absent. Carol asks Daryl to go find Lori, but learns he was the one that let her go alone to find Rick by herself, and no longer wishes to be anyone's errand boy. Then, Daryl berates Carol for not minding her own fucking business. Excellent, I love it. Carol leaves to go find Shane and explains Lori's absence. Shane is able to find her and lies to her that Rick has returned to the farm to get her to come back with him. Now, when they return to the farm and Rick is not there, Shane admits to Lori that is more worried about her unborn child, inadvertently revealing her pregnancy to the rest of the group. Meanwhile, Andrea consoles Maggie and tells her to be strong for Beth, who is still in a comatose state. In town, Rick, Herschel, and Glenn prepare to leave after shooting Dave and Tony when a 3-man search party arrives outside the tavern looking for Dave and Tony. Now, Rick tries to profess self-defense, but the search party refuses to accept that, leading to a standoff. Now, Rick's group escapes out the back of the tavern, and Rick tells Herschel to cover Glenn while he makes a run for the car. A man named Sean, who is part of the group looking for Dave and Tony, sneaks up behind Glenn and attempts to shoot him. Herschel shoots and wounds Sean, who starts crying out in pain. Rick asks Herschel what happened. He says he thinks Glenn was hit. Rick finds Glenn is just frozen behind a dumpster. Walkers begin to devour Sean, and he is left for dead. Gunfire between the groups attracts a nearby horde of walkers. The walkers cease fire, or the attackers cease fire and attempt to escape, but one, Randall, ends up impaling his leg on a fence. Now, Rick's group decides to save Randall by yanking him off the fence. So Rick just grabs his leg and goes like that and lifts it up after it was like poked. That was bad. Anyway, they blindfold Randall and return to the farm. Herschel immediately operates on to save Randall's leg, but he states he sustained nerve damage and will not be able to walk for a week. Rick's decision to return with Randall is met with skepticism from Shane, who believes this to be a risky decision. Now, Rick says that once Randall is well enough, they will release him far enough away from the farm to keep its location unknown. Now, Herschel backs this plan up, telling Shane that Rick's group will have to leave the farm should they do otherwise. Glenn attempts to distance himself from Maggie, telling her that their relationship caused him to lose his focus during the shootout in town. And, of course, Dale continues to ask the others about Shane and is shocked that Andrea seems to side with Shane, that Rick has refused to accept the reality of the situation. Now, I'm not sure why I like Dale so much, because he's really fucking annoying when it comes to Shane. Granted, Shane's a little shady, but in this situation, you kind of have to look out for yourself and the people that you know and not give a shit about the people that you just met. So, Lori speaks to Rick about what Dale has told her regarding Shane, including the threats he made towards Dale and his involvement in Otis's death, possibly. She also tells Rick that Shane believes her child is his, and that their affair was not a mistake. And then Lori warns Rick that Shane is dangerous. And that's the episode. Again, Dale is very annoying when it comes to the Shane stuff, I must admit. here. I'm not sure why I don't. I mean, I knew about that, but like I loved Dale initially, and now I'm annoyed with him. I guess 10 years, or well, it hasn't been 10 years since that episode aired, but 9 years have passed, and my opinion has changed. Maybe in 10 more years, my favorite episode will be what's that terrible episode in season 4? I can't remember the name of it, but the episode where Daryl and Beth go have a drink. It's that might be my favorite episode. Who knows? But this episode, I mean, it was okay. The shootout was a little weak. I would have liked a little bit more and knew a little bit more about these characters that Dave and Tony came from. Maybe knew about their group. As far as the score of the episode, I'll give it an 8.1 out of 10. Shane is definitely crazy, but he kind of is doing the right thing for the people that he knows. Now, maybe he knew Otis a little bit, but I mean, if Otis doesn't die, then Shane dies as well, and Otis will probably die anyway. So in effect, he saved Carl's life and his own life. So instead of 2 lives lost, because it would have been Otis and Shane, there was only 1 life lost. So, and then Carl probably would have died too. So 3 lives instead of 1, 3 for 1. I don't know. Anyway, that's my opinion of the episode. You've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. So if you're a fan of this show, The Walking Dead, and for 10 years you've watched this show religiously and think that it's changed your life to a degree, go ahead and smash that like button. If you don't like The Walking Dead and for some reason wasted your time listening to this review or watching this review, go ahead and hit the not like button. If you know anybody else that would be interested in listening to this or watching this, go ahead and share the video with them and let them know that they can share with other people that they know. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section, and that can be a multitude of things. You can tell me what your favorite character was in this episode, your score of the episode, your favorite moment of the episode, anything you could think of, put in the comment section. And then, of course, last but not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to this channel, join the team, show your support, and, of course, be a something special, be a part of something special, and JDev will return.